Taiwan's men's doubles badminton retain gold. British police brace for more far-right violence. Somalia beach attack kills 32 civilians. Mpox outbreaks declared in Kenya and Central African Republic. South Korea offers humanitarian aid to flood-hit North Korea. St. Lucia wins first ever gold medal in women's 100 meters.
Hello, I'm Johnny. Thank you for joining us on Funday News. It's Monday, August 5th, and here are your top stories. Taiwan's Li Yang and Wang Qiling retained their Olympic badminton men's doubles title on Sunday, beating China's Li Wei-ken and Wang Chang 21-17, 18-21, 21-19 in a gripping final. The Taiwanese pair, who won gold in Tokyo and are childhood friends, fell to the floor screaming when they won an emotionally charged match where spectators chanted Taiwan, although they compete as Chinese Taipei at the Olympics. Li threw his racket in the air as the pair received a standing ovation from the euphoric Taiwanese supporters.
Li said, "The past 3 years we didn't play well and we heard some people say they didn't want us to represent Chinese Taipei. I'm very happy our efforts were seen by everyone," adding that he kissed the court at the end of the match to say goodbye to the sport as he plans to retire. Malaysia's Aaron Chia and So Woo Yik bagged bronze after winning against Kim Astrup and Anders Rasmussen of Denmark. The words, "Malaysia Boleh, Malaysia can," rang out in the audience as Chia knelt on the court when he and So retained their bronze medal and won their country's first medal at the Paris Olympics. The men's doubles saw a similar result to the Tokyo Olympics, where Taiwan, China, and Malaysia won gold, silver, and bronze, respectively.
A number of British police officers were injured Saturday as far-right activists faced off with anti-racism and protesters in cities and towns across the country, following a stabbing rampage at a dance class earlier this week that left 3 girls dead and several wounded. With dozens of similar gatherings taking place around the country this weekend, police mounted a significant security operation, deploying thousands more officers onto the streets, many in riot gear. Police have also made more prison cells available and are using surveillance and facial recognition technology.
On Saturday, Merseyside police said a number of officers were injured in serious disorder in the center of Liverpool, about 20 miles away from the scene of the stabbing attack in the seaside town of Southport in the northwest of England that has resulted in understandable anguish across the country. Elsewhere, bricks were thrown at police officers in Stoke-on-Trent in central England, while scuffles have also been reported in Belfast, Manchester, and Nottingham. In Blackpool, a seaside town near Southport, punks, in the town for a festival, were seen clearing up the mess left after rioting by far-right activists. There were no reports of far-right marches in London.
At least 32 civilians were killed and 63 injured in an explosion on a popular beach in the Somali capital, Mogadishu, late on Friday evening. An attack blamed by Somali state media on the militant Islamist group of Al-Shabaab. It was the deadliest attack in the Horn of Africa country since twin car bombs detonated near a busy market intersection in October 2022, killing at least 100 people and wounding 300 others. There was no immediate claim of responsibility by the Al-Qaeda-linked Al-Shabaab, which has claimed similar attacks in the past, including the car bomb attack in 2022.
In addition to the civilians killed, police spokesperson Abdel Fattah Aden said that one of the attackers had blown himself up while 3 others had been killed by security forces. One attacker was captured alive, and 1 soldier was killed during the assault. State news agency SANA had earlier said 5 Al-Shabaab attackers had been killed by security forces, while a 6th had blown himself up. Hassan Farah, a survivor, described the shock as the explosion shattered a peaceful evening. Al-Shabaab controlled a vast area of Somalia before being pushed back in government counteroffensives since 2022. However, the militants remain capable of launching significant attacks on government, commercial, and military targets.
Kenya and the Central African Republic have declared new outbreaks of Mpox as Africa's health officials race to contain the spread of the disease in a region lacking vaccines. Nairobi announced the outbreak on Wednesday after a case was detected in a passenger traveling from Uganda to Rwanda at a border crossing in southern Kenya. The Central African Republic was the first to declare a new outbreak on Monday, saying it extends to its capital, Bangui. Mpox, previously known as monkeypox, is caused by a virus that originates in wild animals and occasionally jumps to people, who can spread it to others.
Mpox became a focus of worldwide concern during an international outbreak in 2022 that saw the disease spread to over 100 countries and has been endemic in parts of Central and West Africa for decades. The WHO said in November it had confirmed sexual transmission of Mpox in Congo for the first time. African scientists warned this could make the disease difficult to contain. Although Mpox epidemics in the West were contained with the help of vaccines and treatments, barely any have been available in parts of Africa where several countries have reported outbreaks in recent months. The worst hit is Congo, which has recorded more than 12,000 cases and at least 470 deaths this year. South Africa has also reported an outbreak this year, after last recorded case in 2022.
South Korea on Thursday offered to send aid supplies to North Korea to help the country recover from heavy rains and floods that submerged thousands of homes and large areas of farmland. It's unclear whether North Korea will accept South Korea's proposal for help. Animosity between the war-divided rivals is at its highest in years due to the North's growing nuclear ambitions and the South's expansion of combined military exercises with the United States and Japan to counter the North's threats.
South Korea's unification ministry said the South was willing to swiftly provide supplies to address the humanitarian difficulties facing North Korean residents following the recent storms. They urged North Korea's Red Cross to promptly respond to calls for discussions to determine the types and amounts of South Korean supplies and how to deliver them. North Korean state media reported Wednesday that recent heavy rains had flooded 4,100 houses, 7,410 acres of agricultural fields, and numerous other public buildings, structures, roads, and railways in the northwestern city of Sinwiju and the neighboring town of Wiju. Leader Kim Jong-un asked authorities to strictly punish those he said neglected their responsibilities for disaster prevention and caused even the casualties that cannot be allowed.
Julian Elfred stormed to the women's 100-meter title at Paris 2024, making history as St. Lucia's first Olympic medalist. As the rain team down at a raucous Stade de France, Alfred dominated the final and sealed victory by a clear margin in a national record 10.72 seconds. American world champion Sha'Carri Richardson took silver in 10.87, with compatriot Melissa Jefferson in third. Nita achieved the best finish by a British female athlete in the Olympic sprint final in 64 years. But this will offer a little consolation in her pursuit of her first individual global medal.
St. Lucia, a Caribbean island with fewer than 200,000 people, had fielded athletes in 7 previous Olympic Games without winning a medal. But Alfred has broken her nation's drought following her heroics in a Paris downpour. She appeared unbeatable from the moment she hit the front, leaving Richardson among those in her wake as she took a commanding victory. With her first global outdoor title secured, a jubilant Alfred continued to sprint far beyond the finish line in celebration before tearing the pinned name off her vest and showing it to the crowd. Alfred announced herself at the start of this Olympic year by winning World Indoor 60 meters gold, a first for an athlete from St. Lucia.
The answer for last Friday was A, sparked. The riots were sparked off by the arrest of a local leader. Did you answer correctly? Now let's delve into the news of Taiwan's men's doubles badminton retain gold. Number 1, retain. 保持持有保留继续拥有. She retained her tennis title for the 3rd year. Number 2, gripping. 激动人心的，吸引人的，扣人心弦的. The film turned out to be a gripping thriller. Number 3, spectator. 有指体育比赛的观看者，观众. The stadium holds 70,000 spectators. Next, we have a multiple choice question for everyone to practice. Which answer would you choose? You can write your answer in the comment section. The correct answer will be announced tomorrow. And that's all for today's Funday News. Be sure to tune in to Funday News from Monday to Friday and click the link below to join Funday for free. I'm Johnny Wu, your host. I'll see you next time.